This is Gordon Fessick from antiwindowscatalog.com, and this is a demonstration of running conventional applications and modern applications on the software restriction policy safeguarded Windows 8 Pro PC that we finished in Part 4. One of the common complaints I hear is that software restriction policies stop a lot of common things from working properly. Well, let's see what works and what doesn't. And one of the first things I'm going to check out is Windows Update, because it's complaining about an update. Let's see, probably an antivirus definition update. Yeah, that's all it is. This will take moments to install. Windows Update actually runs as a trusted installer user, which has pretty much full permissions, so SRP has no impact on it. However, standard users can initiate downloads and installations of Windows updates. There we go, simple enough. Alright, let's start with Roxio Creator. Now, I've taken back my USB sound device, so I'm not going to be able to use Video Wave or my DVD. I'll use an application that doesn't require sound. The first time I did this, Photo Suite worked just fine. So let's try now with the SRP policies in place. There we go. Imagine an old-timey photo of the Space Needle. There we go. Let's save this. There we go. And look at that. Not a problem. Well, that's one application down. Let's try some modern apps, like good old Windows Mail. This is the Windows Mail that I use to bring up my ActiveSync inbox. The messages that I had from the first episode of this are now older than 2 weeks, so they're not showing up here. So I sent myself a quick test message just to make sure that it shows up properly. Let's try updating some of the little applets from the Windows Store. Alright, let's check that out. Make sure Mail still worked. That was one of the updated apps. There we go. It did take care of one bug. Now it actually shows my setting as opposed to always saying 2 weeks. Let's just send a new message to myself. There we go. So email's working. Let's do some common surfing. Go to YouTube. Hey look, it was my last site even. One of the common complaints was actually Adobe Flash not working properly with SRP fully enabled. I didn't seem to have any problem when I was testing, and I don't believe I'll have any problems this time. Bear in mind, this is an AMD Turion, so it's not going to be super fast, but it at least is working. And speaking of such, I'm going to show off something that YouTube doesn't like me showing off. Not a problem. And this is done even though we blocked jar files in our software restriction policy from part 4. Jar files inside Internet Explorer actually run in the Java plugin, which is treated as a sandbox. And yeah, it does have vulnerabilities. But anything we're going to run into is going to be caught by SRP. Okay, so we've got basic web surfing, we've got modern apps, we've got conventional apps. Not a problem. Let's see what the whole fuss is about. I am hoping to find an example of a scary piece of malware that takes over the screen so that I can show you that SRP stops the things cold, but I haven't found one yet. Usually these things stumble upon me while I'm just casually surfing and I'm like, no problem, Control-Alt-Del, log off. That kills it. But now I can't seem to find any. Dang it. Oh well. Good to show that it's working. Alright, this has been a successful demonstration. Come back next time for part 5.